So we know that there are a lot of federal regulations surrounding FCI and CUI. Renee, could you shed some light on what those regulations look like to protect FCI and CUI?
Sure. So FCI falls under the Federal Acquisition Regulation, the FAR clause. The number is 52.204-21. That regulation actually contains 17 practices, and they require contractors to implement specific security controls to safeguard FCI from unauthorized access, disclosure, or use. In instances where FCI is mishandled, there could be a few consequences with that. So the first could be, loss of your reputation in this arena. There could be legal and or financial consequences, and it could go as far as contract termination, as far as FCI is concerned. When it comes to CUI, there are actually two regulatory vehicles that CUI falls under. So the DFARS clause 252.204-7012 is a clause that appears in contracts. So going back to what I said earlier today, for customers that aren't sure whether they are handling CUI or what it is, a lot of times I will advise these customers to go through the contracts that they're currently performing under to determine whether that DFARS clause is in or within any of those contracts. Because if it is, then your customer is actually indicating that you are handling CUI and that you will need to be compliant. And be compliant to NIST SP 800-171. Yes. And so the NIST 800-171 actually contains 110 controls. And they actually safeguard against dissemination and decontrolling of CUI. The controls actually require a few things. So the first is that you, of course, protect CUI. And another requirement is that any cyber attacks that you may experience that affect any CUI have to be reported within 72 hours. Mm-hmm. And the last part that is probably very important for a lot of our customers and a lot of the folks that may be watching today is that you are required to ensure that all of your subcontractors are following the very same rules. So there's a flow down effect that comes into place with that.
Yeah, I think that provides a good illustration of being able to track the CUI. I know that's helped me a lot too with this in regards
Absolutely.
to subcontractors.
So all primes are actually forced to push down these requirements to their subcontractors. So some of you might be functioning as primes, and some of you may be subcontractors to primes. So those can all fall come your way. The consequences of mishandling CUI, very similar to FCI as far as the loss of your reputation in the arena. They can have legal and or financial consequences. The most important difference is that with CUI, mishandling that kind of information can lead to damaging our national security. And that's really the precipice of what kind of started all of this to begin with.
Excellent. Thank you, Renee.
You're welcome.
I think that provides a good way to summarize and boil down some big topics into some nice little chunks to take away.
Yes.
So thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Thank you for watching this video to the end. This is part of a longer series on DFARS, NIST, and CMMC compliance produced by Core Business Solutions. Please subscribe to this channel, like this video with a thumbs up, and click the bell to get notified when we drop a new video. Also, we'd appreciate it if you would share this video with your colleagues who need to stay up to speed on DFARS, NIST, and CMMC. Thank you, and we'll see you again in the next video.